So then with this one, I want to move to the next question with Ms. Yung is about, so as an investor, they wanted to buy a company because they see it as a business, which will make them to gain more. The capital will be respected by a proper return of investments. So I want to hear about your perspective. What will be your top 5 tips for other investors who are not really a big investor, like basically they are like an angel investor? What will be your 5 tips for those small investors to decide to invest in a company? What will be the 5 tips or factors from your side?
So the first thing you should to have the good cash flow, good cash flow, and the secondly is buy on your product. Your product is a short-term or a long-term product. Because the investor they very focused on the character of the product, and you should to have the BOD team very well understand the market, understand your product. And the fourth thing is that you should have the right business model. Have the right business model. From that you can attract more investor with your company. And the last but not least, that you should to have the relationship with the customer. Because some of the company, I just had one client from the Japanese, company, security Japanese company. They had a very big customer, for example, Toshiba, Mitsubishi. Like it, if the company had the big customer, then your company is very attractive to the investor.
All right, thank you. Thank you for sharing. This one is about your cash flow of the company. Number 2 is what is the product, and number 3 is about market understanding. BOD team. Next one is the relationship with the customer and your customer portfolio. So that's the key thing. And so from my side, what I will mention is about I think Ms. Yung touched base a lot. I mean, your cash flow is number 1. I mean, investor will only decide to invest in a company when there is a cash flow. So I will add probably a few. One is your brand of your company, how you use your brand to build the trust. Number 2 is about your process of the company, how you use the process of your company, how efficient you are, how lean you are, and how nimble you are. And actually, these are kind of like when you have a lean and limber process, it will reflect your cash flow as well too. Number 3 is about I will mention is about what kind of information system do you have? How do you treat about your data, and how do you reuse the data? I mean, if you are a company and if you have a great information system that can help to generate multiply X your valuation. Like an example, what the main role of a company is, a CIO in a company. Their main role is about implementing the right information system to protect the data, and the data could be an asset for the companies too. So if you have a companies and if they don't have a right information system, you actually undervaluing your own company. And when the investor coming into it to evaluate you as a due diligence process, they will look at your information system, and your evaluation could drop to up to 50% if you don't have a right information system. And to unfortunately say that it could drop to 50%, and you may lose another 100% even on top of it. Like an example, with the right information system, the same company running for 5 years, company A has a right information system, 5-year running, their valuation could be, let's say, a $10 million, but another company running for 5 years, have the similar kind of product, similar kind of people, but don't have a right information system, its price could be only $1 to $2 million US. So there is a big gaps into that one too. So from your side, if you are viewers, if you are looking into be part of any companies, talk to them about this one. Talk to your CEOs, talk to your leaders that your company need a right information system. Then now let's talk about the last one, is about your people, process, and technology. these three need to be well connected: people, process, and technology. If you have a team of 1,000, but if you don't have a right process and technology, so that means your people will not be enough war. Let me give an example. Let's say you have a team of army. They have all sword. They're going to the war, right? Going to the market is like exactly going to the war every day. They have only sword. But there is another army. They're only like 100, and they have gunship, they have machine gun, they have tank. Who's gonna win? The team number 2 will win without any doubt. They will murder their team 1 with 1,000 soldiers. They will be just wasted in a minute. So the same way, you have to have the right people, process, and technology. And that's exactly what I was mentioning a little bit before, is about you have to have a right transformation model. If you have not done it before, now is better than never, and now is better than tomorrow. So you should be thinking about how you do a right transformation model where you empower and upskill your people, do the right branding for your companies, and you have the right information too as well too. And it start to have a right strategic landscape to do it as well too. So these are my things, because when you want to get a right investment for a company, and if you want to have a right investment values of right valuation for your company, these are the things you need to focus about, viewers. So these are my key takeaway. Miss Young say incredible point. I really enjoyed listening all those points of Miss Young. All those key points will be really valuable for all the viewers. I'm sure about all of this one. So before I wrap up, I would like to request you to share any key feelings or any key points you want to highlight before we wrap up.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, John. Regard to you say some of the company stop, they focus on the technology, and in this case we focus on the style of the investor. Some investor they come from the intro. So it's very exciting today to join the interview and to join with the art John. So that's a very valuable lesson. Besides share my appearance, and also we say so much lesson, and also we say a lot of knowledge from you, John.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for sharing your all this thing.
And we hope that the CEO and Cheryl can learn so much energy lesson, and so much the very risk aspect lesson from you and from me.
Absolutely, I believe that. I'm just trying my best to share as much as possible, but I'm sure that from your sharing, there's a lot of other CEO or even in professionals or entrepreneurs can have many things to learn. One of the key things I saw that you really share about is about human helps human, entrepreneurs help entrepreneurs too. So that's a really nice quotes I have seen, which you mentioned multiple times. And with this one, I want to share. Thank you very much, Ms. Young. It has been a pleasure being here, and we'll love to have you in the futures again in our show. And I believe that it was a great discussion as well too. Thank you very much.